Hey everyone, today we're checking out the new Arturia Astrolab 37. This is not a keyboard that I would normally review, but look at it. This pack sounds from the Arturia V collection, one of my favorite synth collections out there. It's super portable, it has aftertouch, balanced connections, proper MIDI inputs and outputs, USB connections so you can use it with a full-size keyboard, Bluetooth audio, app control, and even an XLR input in the back for Vocoder performances. Yeah, it's pretty impressive, so let's check it out. When Arturia released the original Astrolab, I didn't make a video about it, not because it wasn't great, it actually sounded fantastic, but because I've been using the V collection inside my DAW exclusively for years, and these sounds 100% of the time I use them in my studio. So a full-size standalone keyboard with the same sounds didn't really make sense for my particular workflow. Then Arturia got in touch with me and told me they were coming out with something new, the Astrolab 37, and honestly, my first reaction was, maybe that's not for me either. But then I saw it. And then this clicked, a portable standalone synth that allows me to take all my V collection sounds without a computer? Yeah, that's interesting. So what I'm gonna do in this video, because the Astrolab 37 works in a very similar way to its big brother, I'm going to play as many sounds as possible. I'm going to give you my own perspective as a producer that travels a lot and wants to have sounds without having to have a computer with him. I'm gonna show you what I feel is pretty cool, because this machine, I have to admit, it's pretty impressive. Let's check it out. To begin with, I want to touch a little bit on the build quality. This is very solidly built. The key bed is pretty good, I have to admit. For mini keys, I'm a snob when it comes to key beds, but this not only has a very good response, but it also has aftertouch. I'm gonna talk about this a little bit later. So I wanna start with a few of the sounds. You can see we have different categories right here. I'm gonna start with the pianos, and I'm going to play the American Grand. Let's play. Now, what we have here is we have 4 knobs that allow you to change the sound very, very easily. So if I go here and change the brightness, I can make this sound a little bit more bright, more suitable for pop, for rock, or I can make it more mellow if I want to, more cinematic. And since we're making it cinematic, let's add a little bit of reverb with our reverb volume right here. And straight away, I want to show you how you can edit the actual reverb and the effects. So if I hit edit here and I hold it, you will see that now that I have all the reverb algorithms. So I can go for digital reverb, I can go for a large concert hall in this case. So I'm going to hit this, and now you will see that I have all the different controls like pre-delay, room size. All right, let's play another sound. This is the OPXA piano pad. Now, this is a layered sound. So that means we have the piano and we also have a synth sound, and this comes from the OBX emulation. So let's check it out. And already I can show you the aftertouch. So again, when I press my key here, I can just use Aftertouch to create modulation. And to me, this is pretty impressive. It was actually one of the things that I wanted to try, because Aftertouch on MIDI keys, correct me if I'm wrong, but I've never seen this before. It's pretty impressive. And of course, it's not on that level that you would find on, let's say, the Polybrew 12 or other synths that have Aftertouch, but it's a very welcome addition to a little synth like this. So here I'm controlling the FXA and the FXB, and these can be different effects. Of course, you can fully assign them again by pressing the edit button here, and you can see here we have a chorus, we have flanger, phaser, stereo pan, analog phaser, wah-wah, and so on and so forth. Many different effects. Let me play a few more sounds. I'm gonna go to the electric piano category, Clean Mark 5. I like what the movement does here. Gives us an auto pan effect. More mechanical noises, and this is one of the themes when it comes to Astrolab 37. It's very hands-on. So okay, let me talk a little bit about what else you can find here. We have pitch bend, we have a modulation wheel, we can transpose and we can change the octaves here. We have dedicated buttons for all the different categories like organs, bass, keys, pads, strings, and so on and so forth. We have an arpeggiator. We can have the Astrolab 37 play chords by hitting just one key. And you can even set the scale of the keyboard. So if you're not a keyboard player, you can say, I want to set my keyboard to be in E flat major, and then you play all the keys, you can't make a mistake. It's pretty cool. Then we have the effects section. You have FXA, FXB, so 2 effects, then delay and reverb. And these are fully editable. You can go on the actual keyboard and change these. And then we have a master volume. And I want to say something here. The master volume, to begin with, the outputs are balanced, which is extremely impressive if you ask me for a keyboard this size, especially if you're on the road and you don't have control over your power supplies and all these things. Sometimes you might go somewhere and you get ground loops. Balanced connections always help with this. But the other thing I wanted to say is that the headphone out of this synth is insanely loud and powerful. When I first tried it, I connected my headphones on it and I had this around 2 o'clock and it really blew my ears off. It's very loud. And again, this is something that if you're working with portable keyboards, you know that sometimes the headphone preamps are very weak. You will be able to drive your headphones just fine with the Astrolab 37. Small thing, but it's important. I can go and search presets by instrument. So if I click here, I can say I'm gonna go and find sounds from the CS80. Then we have our liked presets. This is something that I use because there are so many sounds in this instrument that if you don't start tagging your favorites, you're gonna lose them. How about we play one of the FM pianos? I mean, of course, this is based on the DX7. Let's try it and let's see how expressive we can be with these mini keys. That's beautiful. I love this. And we also have playlists and of course our settings. And I'm going to tell you straight away what I changed when it comes to the settings. If you go to controls, you will see that we have the keyboard velocity, and I changed mine to heavy because I want to hit my keys hard to get forte, loud velocities, but this of course will depend on your playing. And then I also changed the aftertouch sensitivity to exponential. I found it worked better for me and my playing style. Now I'm gonna go to the artist category, and this is a lot of fun because you can see that we have all these artists. Let's go to Beatles, Let It Be organ. Of course, there's no way I'm not gonna play some sounds from the Michael Jackson tributes, Beat It Groove. You know, you got this. What about this one? Of course, I recognize all these sounds from the V collection. It's so good. Or the Thriller mini bass. And of course, I'm going to play some sounds from the Queen tribute. Let's check it out. Radio Gaga chords, let's see. This brings a smile to my face. JP Super Keys. I mean, this sounds huge. Again, aftertouch. I love this. So good. The Astrolab 37 can do layers, so you can have 2 layers playing at the same time. And if you use the Analog Lab on your Mac or PC, then you can create your own layers as well. But it can also do splits, like this sound. So now I have a bass here and a nice Rhodes on the other side. This is called Ashes, Bass and Lead. Now this is a very Bowie sound. Mellotron strings, I love them. How about this one? How about this DX7 pad? love listening to these operators changing in the background. I can only imagine how it would look if we went in the Analog Lab editor and we saw what's going on with the DX7 controls there. Now, one of the things that really impressed me was the Astrolab Connect app. Most of the times, I don't like apps because they're a pain to set up. This was actually very easy and it's very reliable. So what you can do here is, of course, you can search your instruments. You can actually go and see your liked sounds. For example, if I want to load this sound right here, it loads immediately to my Astrolab. And if you want to, you can even edit the sound. So if I go here, I can change my master controls, like my brightness. And this is a bidirectional communication. So if I change my brightness here, it changes on the app as well. And that's really satisfying. But then we also have our effects. So I can just play the sound. And I can change all the effects here. And of course, if I want, I can add this sound to a playlist. And this you can do, of course, on the actual synth itself. But yeah, I'm really impressed with this app. It always works. It uses Wi-Fi, which is amazing. And of course, if you want to go deeper editing the sounds, you can go to the Analog Lab app, link this to your Astrolab, and then you can see all the presets that you have, including the ones that you have liked. But the other great thing is that if you want to edit the preset, you can go here and edit the preset, and now you have access to all the effects. You can add another part if you want to layer, and if you want to open, for example, this DX7 preset, you can open it, and if you have a license for the DX7, then you can actually edit the sound as well, and you can also see what's going on under the hood. So if you see here, I have my frequency ratio, and see, one knob basically controls all these different operators. And the fact that I can go deep, create a sound with any of the Arturia V Collection synths, and then load it up to my Astrolab 37, this is huge for me. That's why I was interested in this tiny synthesizer. And it goes without saying that because of this, you can also create your own sounds. This is a preset that I created. I call Mr. Sparkle, and this is a layer of a Rhodes with a DX7 piano sound. And here we come to the part that I didn't expect from a synth this size. I can actually connect an XLR cable in the back. And now I have a microphone here. You also have your gain level in the back, and it's actually something that you can push in and then you can't really change it, and then you have to push it out to change it. This is a really nice touch. And now I've loaded a vocoder preset and I can actually play.
Hey everybody, this is a vocoder. This is a vocoder. This is a vocoder.
Show you one more feature that is really cool with the Astrolab 37, and this is the fact that you can use the connection in the back, the USB connection, to connect a full-sized keyboard, any MIDI keyboard via USB, and control the sounds of the Astrolab 37 with another keyboard. So what I have here is I have a USB cable that leads to my Polybrute 12, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect it in the back right here, and now you will see that I'm able to control this sound from my Polybrute. Let's check it out. And not only that, I'm also controlling the aftertouch from the Polybrute. This is so cool. And the last thing I want to mention here is that this also supports Bluetooth audio. So that means if you want to connect your phone and play a backing track to practice on it, you can actually connect this to your Arturia. You're gonna hear the sound of your phone from the Astrolab 37, and then you can perform on top of this, which is also really cool. So there you go, my friends. I hope you found this video interesting or at least entertaining. I'm going to have a link for the Astrolab 37 down below, and if you want to support the channel, don't forget to check out my instruments, my Modern 80s Kit Max, and of course my courses, my Cubase Masterclass and my mastering courses. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.